Welcome, welcome everybody. How are you doing today? I hope that everybody is well. There's, of course, so much still going on in the world right now: the virus, economy, politics. And I really hope that in the midst of all of that, you are able to remember that presence, our true nature, is always here, that we can come back to presence at any given moment, which we can all do, of course, right now as we are sitting here. And to remember that this is where we do find the ground. That's where we find solace and peace and answers to our questions. And that when you are able to attend to your nervous system as well, that also gives us a certain stability to be able to be here and deal with whatever is arising at this moment and in these at times very challenging times. So I also want to tell you or remind you that, every time we are present, every time we are able to be here, that really is not only a moment of freedom in your own experience, but that moment of being here creates an anchor, creates an invitation, an opportunity for everything and everybody else. So it really opens that opportunity and that space in the collective as well. And same when we engage with patterns or in patterns, that is not only causing suffering here in your own experience, individually, so to speak, but that also, plugs into and intensifies the suffering of others as well. Meaning, participating in patterns really strengthens patterns collectively as well. So it adds to that momentum. So it's very important to know, that every moment you are here, I want to remind you again, that is an amazing gift, a moment of freedom, not just in your own experience, but for everything and everybody else. So today I want to speak a little bit about breaking the patterns of the past. This is not the first time, of course, we are speaking about this, but this time I want to speak a little bit more about how the challenges that you experience in your life right now, wherever you are, whatever is going on for you, how often these challenges are driven by unmet, unresolved patterns of the past, and so often driven by really early habits, really early conditioning, really early survival strategies that we have developed in order to survive whatever was going on. However, these strategies, these habits are really a way of moving away from presence. And so if you are experiencing challenges in your life right now, then you can be sure that part of the challenge is a habit of the past. That part of the challenge is a pattern that developed early and that habitually draws your attention into that way of functioning. And when that happens, these are the challenges. This is why, so often it's difficult to be present, right? We find, it's surprising that even for us who have been doing this for a long time, that there are times and moments that it's really difficult to be present. It's because these habits of the past are here. And they are so strong. And they are so plugged in and connected to our survival instinct, which, the survival instinct, that's like one of the strongest impulses in your physiology. So when that is present, that is really hard to go beyond. This is hard to not to notice or not to act on. So we want to learn to recognize these. We want to learn to look at these, and we want to learn how can we break these habits of the past or break out of the habits of the past, so that we can really become more present here. And so often, awareness is necessary. That's where we have to start. We have to become aware. We have to come to a certain level of honesty, and that is before, during, and after awakening. These patterns of the past can still be here, after awakening as well. So we want to have this level of honesty, of really noticing what they are, really coming to recognize that they are present, that they are still at play, and that we can become aware of them, and that we can, break out of these habits, that we can, through awareness and through practice and through recognition, we can come back to rest here. And this is such a unique time. Of course, it's a time that is both freeing in many ways, but also very challenging, that puts a lot of pressure on everybody. And so those of us who really are interested in truth, in awakening and freedom, have an amazing opportunity right now. Because really for everybody collectively, globally, there's a quickening happening. Like suddenly we are faced with so much past, and the past is arising very quickly, and it's so much more visible. And for some people that means they just get to, act on it more or express it more, right? But for us, for those of us who are interested in truth, in awakening, in embodiment and freedom, that's an amazing opportunity, because we can come to rest here. We can use this opportunity. We can use this time that makes past so much more visible, not just in your own experience, but collectively. We can use this time to come into a deeper rest. And I will be teaching a 3-week intensive program again, starting soon in October. And I want to invite you to join me there. I'm very excited about this, and we will be speaking more about, breaking of the patterns of the past, and how can we use this opportunity right now to identify these patterns, to become aware of them, to address them, to come more to rest. So let's just sit together for a moment. It's always good to be practical. Just take a moment here right now. Just sitting here with your eyes open, in the awareness of the room, in the awareness of your body, in the awareness of everything that is going on. That already is really an invitation to presence. And if there's anything in your life right now that in particularly is challenging for you, then it will be really good to first of all come into that honesty of knowing that that means not only the circumstances are challenging right now, but that past is present, that some of your habits of the past are here. And that right now you could come and really notice that what is present for you in the face of the challenges that you are experiencing. What is present on the level of sensation in your body. And you could let yourself be present to that, and also address the nervous system and the brain by noticing your feet on the ground. By noticing the weight of your body where you are sitting. maybe by noticing your arms and your hands. And also by looking around a little bit, taking in the environment. If you see anything that your eyes are drawn to, this really is going to help your brain, your nervous system to come out of the overwhelm of when the past is present. Good, good, beautiful. And we sit here until we notice, and this is a very simplified inquiry, right? But we sit here until we notice that there's a shift, that there's a little change in your experience. Good, good, beautiful. Because the change, that moment of change, that's when your nervous system is coming out of the past, coming out of fight, flight, freeze, overwhelm, collapse, and just you starting to come more here. So take a moment and notice that. And also notice that when you are here, when we are here, that really in this moment, in those moments, we know that everything is okay just the way it is. And to know that it is from here that we want to come into the world, that we want to act in the world, that it is from here that we want to engage or address the challenges that are arising here for you. So again, I want to invite you to participate in our upcoming 3-week intensive. I'm not sure of the date, but it's October 18th. And if you are enjoying this video, please subscribe, share, subscribe to our emailing list so you can get more of those. And I'm very much looking forward to hearing from you and seeing you in our programs.